look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now, because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to be talking about, well, I'm going to let this lady talk about it. And she's going to talk about some good points about, women taking accountability while they enjoy toxic men and all that stuff like that. Sounds like she's trying to act like she's a reformed 304, to be honest with you. Well, I'm going to let y'all be the judge of that. Hold on for a second as I put it on your screen for you. Hold on. We're about to get to it. 1 second. Looking for it right now. There it is. Let's get it. Oop, let me put the music down because she's talking kind of low on this. So, all right. There we go. Now let's get it.
Come on in here, y'all. I'm not going to keep y'all long. I just want to know, when are we as women going to take accountability for the men that we choose and the things that we like? A lot of us women, we do not know how to choose a good man for nothing. And we have good men approach us all the time. Most women that I know, most women that I meet, we have all had experiences where we had a good man. We had somebody who would have treated us right, loved us right, cared for us, provided for us. That is, if you're doing what you're supposed to do as a woman to attract that. Most women that I know who actually are worthy of having, they have had somebody cross their paths that would have been good to them, that would have appreciated them, that tried to love them, myself included. Hello.
Let me talk about that. I say that a whole lot of time. I'm going to tell you why. There's no way on God's green earth you can tell me that there are no good men that have never crossed your path. That's something you hear all the time from women. They make it sound like every time they see a man, he's up to no good, that he's not a good man. He's doing all this stuff right here. A lot of times, good men come to these women, but they think that these good men are lames. They think that they whack. They want the excitement. They think that a man who's trying to live productively and stay out of trouble and get a degree himself and try to build himself into the best version of himself, that's a whack man. She wants somebody that's gonna who's gonna go up and down the highway with the police chasing them with a trunk full of weight, coke, all kinds of things in the car. That's what they want. So I don't feel sorry for women like this. Okay, because most times they do get a good man, and what happens is once they get a good man, they do him like dirt. All right, so I don't feel sorry for none of y'all, because I know there ain't no way, if you're a pretty girl, especially if you're attractive, there's no way, you can't tell me that only thugs and gangsters are only attracted to good-looking women. Good guys who you call square, are also attracted to good-looking women. You choose this stuff. You choose to become a baby mama. You choose to be a mustard back heifer. That's all on you.
Myself included. I've had it happen many times throughout the course of my life. I woke up from that a long time ago, but I will never for a second not admit the fact that I used to be one of them too. But at a point, you have to wake up and take responsibility for your choices. We have to take accountability for the things that we like and the things that we dislike. A lot of us women, we think, the men who actually come at us the correct way, we see them as not a priority. We don't prioritize them. But the ones that dog us out, talk to us like crap, we give them so much priority. Why do you think a lot of y'all are sleeping with the same men? You're sharing men because y'all like the toxicity. Y'all like the drama. Literally, and it shows all around us. Look at us. Most of us women, I shouldn't even say most. I need to refrain from that, because many of us women, we watch reality TV. We are into the drama. Look at the stuff that we watch. Listen to the stuff that we listen to. I don't listen to the music that a lot of women my age listen to, but I know what y'all listen to. It's bad. It's real bad.
Now let me tell you this right here. I know almost everybody out there have heard the old school saying of, you are what you eat. But in today's society, you are what you consume. Now, and that goes beyond eating. the type of social media that you're consuming, the type of music that you are consuming, the type of things that you are watching, the things that you are consuming by looking at, you are those things majority of the time. If you find yourself as a woman always going to reality shows where they always have drama, toxicity and stuff like that, chances are you're gonna like that, because a woman who's at peace with herself, who avoids drama, who avoids all the negativity she possibly can, she won't even feel comfortable looking at that. She won't feel comfortable in certain environments. She won't feel comfortable because most of today's women, they do like toxicity. They like when a man is radioactive. They like a man that's gonna drop kick them out the window and abuse them. They don't want to say that, but they do, because it turns them on, because it's exciting, because they don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. They like when men come into their lives and put them on shaky ground. This is a sickness in the minds of today's modern day black woman, in my most humble opinion. And it needs therapy in a femininity coach as well. Okay? This woman is giving you some jewels here, because I already said it many times. Women like negativity. They love negativity. They'll tell you that they don't. But if they don't, then why do they always seem to be attracted to it? And why do they always bring it to a man in a relationship? If he's really trying to be about his purpose, why is a woman bringing toxicity to a good man? Because she's used to it. She thrives in it. She loves it. It turns her on. She gets wet from it. Let's just keep it real, fam. It just is what it is. Let's keep going.
The music that a lot of women my age listen to, but I know what y'all listen to. It's bad. It's real bad. And we listen to these songs that degrade us. We watch these shows that's full of drama, and we're surprised that we attract chaos. You attract chaos because you like it. You enjoy it. You don't like the guy who's going to actually come home, be right, treat you right, be good to you. We don't like that. No.
Now, I want you to understand what you just said. She just told you that they don't like the man that's going to treat them good, come home to you, and be a good man. They don't want that. I'm going to tell you something. Don't listen to what these women say. Watch what these women do. They say they want a good man. If that's the case, then why they keep going out there and sucking off Pookie, Ray Ray, Nook Nook? Why they keep getting... You ever notice how they, most times... Now, you answer this, or you just agree with me or not. Why is it that the majority of the time, women get pregnant by the bad guy? Have you ever noticed that? You hardly ever hear about these women getting pregnant by a good guy, by a guy who works a 9 to 5, who stays out of trouble. Majority of the time, you hear them sleeping with the wrong type of men. It is a sickness in them. I'm telling you, it's a sickness in them. And then they get worn out. The coochie is wide. You can put a whole 2-story house in it now because all the men have been in the coochie. And then they want to be mad at all men because nobody wanted no more. Telling you, man. You'll never get a ring. Like I said before, the only type of ring that these musty back heifers will have is the ring around their tub inside their house, because you know they ain't cleaning. These musty back heifers don't clean. They don't clean.
We don't like that. It's not exciting enough for us, right? And then we also, when you're with a good guy, guess what? You actually have to be a good woman. You don't get to just play victim. A lot of us, we like bad men. Why? And I'm only saying we for relatability purposes because I've been delivered from that. But I want to be relatable to you all because, for one, I used to be like that. And if the shoe doesn't fit, don't wear it, as I always say. But if it does apply, maybe take a lesson in it. Like,
now, when she said the reason why you don't want a good man is because you got to be a good woman, that tells you right then and there that majority of women do not want responsibility. Because if you get with a good man, you have to be responsible. You got to be responsible for his heart, his reputation. You can't go out there act like a freak and bring a reproach to his name. You got to be responsible, meaning that you have to live up to your femininity requirements, which means cooking and cleaning, being soft-spoken, not loud, not belligerent, not rebellious, not disrespectful. It's a responsible thing. See, femininity ain't just something that just be flying to the air, floating and shit. It is a chore. It is a duty, okay? Just like masculinity has its own duties. Protecting, providing, leading. Those are the duties of a man who walks in his masculinity. So, cooking, cleaning, having a good attitude, being pleasant around, being able to soothe your man, Those are a few, not all, but a few of the responsibilities of a woman who walks in her femininity. You get what I'm saying? Someone ain't sniffing lines, popping pills, out in the club all the time, club hopping and stuff. You know what I mean? Just can't wait to hear the latest gossip and stuff. Those things are anti-femininity. Those things are pro-hood rat. Hood rat. Without the tail, but still a rat. You get what I'm trying to say to you? And this is for educational purposes.
I always say, but if it does apply, maybe take a lesson in it. Like, if you really are having bad results, look at yourself. Look at what you're doing. Look, say, hey, why am I attracting these men? Why do I keep dating this same kind of man? Why do I date men that beat me up? Why do I date men that won't text back? Why do I date men that cheat? It's because you might enjoy it. And a part of that comes from when you look online, all you hear women talking about, the first thing that comes out of their mouth, what are you looking for in a man? I'm looking for a man that makes 6 figures. So you're telling me that that's the first thing that comes to your mind? First off, I can always tell women who have never been with a man who makes money, because if you've been with a man who makes money, you already know that money is far from everything.
It's not even that. Because if you're a woman who has been with a man who has money, you won't be asking for money because you're used to it. Most women tend to stay around the thing that they already attract. Think about it. Most women who get in abusive relationships tend to keep attracting men who are abusive. Most women who attract men who cheat on them keep getting men that cheat on them. Different men, but they're all doing the same thing. If a woman is used to dating men with money, they're not gonna go for a man who ain't making no money. They don't have to talk about it. They're gonna make sure they stay in the circles to where they can be picked or chosen by a man with money. You get what I'm saying? Most times, women date the same man over and over again. He may have a different name. It may be Kevin this year, Thomas the next year, Eric the next year, Johnny the next year, but they still the same man in character, in deeds. You understand what I'm saying? So their type of man, and the type, when I say type, your type is the behavioral patterns that you are attracted to. Also with the attraction, you're attracted to a certain man with a certain type of behavioral pattern that you are comfortable with. Regardless if that pattern brings you discomfort and suffering, you are comfortable with being in misery. You are comfortable in being in a place where you are suffering. It is a sick comfort zone, but that is your type. You have to change your type. Now you got to stay. Now you can't get with a man that you're not attracted with, but you can adjust the type of man that you want. Meaning, you say, okay, I'm not gonna go for the bad boy no more because I done got 2 or 3 kids out this thing and ain't got no wedding ring and life is hard. You need to change your ways now. You gotta change your outlooks and your taste in men. Think about it.
Far from everything. You should want somebody who is gonna be a good father to your children, if you so have them, or if you already have them. Be a good husband, somebody trustworthy, with integrity, good character. Those are the things that we're supposed to desire first. Yes, money is important, resources are important, but at the same time, a lot of you women are online claiming that you make so much money yourself, so it really shouldn't matter who you date. If you have money to provide for yourself and take care of yourself as a grown adult, it really shouldn't matter. But we know Western society, it does. I digress. The point is, that should never be your first component. You should care about the heart and the character of a man and how he's gonna treat you. But instead, a lot of y'all would rather date the drug dealer, date somebody who you're gonna have to compete with other women, you're gonna have drama, you're going to be talked down to, because guess what? Like, you like that, because then you get to be the victim. You get to get on the phone with your homegirls and just complain and woe is me, and everybody feels sorry for you, and you enjoy that. Why?
Exactly. Women enjoy, and I know you ain't gonna like it, but they enjoy abuse. How else can you explain that? You can't always say, oh, they come from a bad background. A lot of people come from bad backgrounds and choose not to go back to bad things. This is something that turns you on. This is something that gets your little cooter wet. That's what you like. You like that. And women in our community love to be a victim. Anytime you ask them about anything in their life, especially when it comes to men, they was a victim. If they lose their job, they was a victim. They didn't want me there. Everybody was plotting against me. If they get kicked out of school, there was a victim. The preacher, I'm not the preacher, but the teacher was conspiring against me. They love this victim stuff. They like toxicity and they love being victims. They love to be defeated. They always say, well, I'm winning. I'm an independent woman. But deep down in their heart and soul, Jack, they love to be losers. You can't tell me that you don't like to be a loser when you keep making decisions to lose. When you keep reaping the rewards. Yes, there's rewards to losing. What is the rewards to a woman losing? Empathy, sympathy. Somebody want to help her out. Somebody want to baby her. Oh, that man ain't nothing. Let me give you a couple dollars. Oh, let me take you, baby. Let me hold you. Let me take you to Europe. Let me do this, baby. Let me do this for you. So there are benefits to being a loser. When you're a woman, that is, not to a man, but when you're a loser, woman, because a lot of you women are losers in my most humble opinion, and I ain't saying that to be disrespectful. That's my personal opinion, because you're losing out on life. If you're not feminine, you're a loser anyway, in my most humble opinion. It's just true of it. You can't tell me that you're not happy with losing when you continue to keep making the same poor judgment calls on everything, on everybody. They want somebody to feel sorry for their asses. They want somebody to give them money without begging all the goddamn time. And if you begging men for money, that means that you have lost financially, which means you're a loser again. Let's keep it real. You lose on the dating scene when you have multiple baby daddies. Hey, it is what it is, man.
Right, because a lot of us as women, I would arguably say almost all of us women, at least here in America, we're programmed this way. We're programmed this way through birth. Through birth, we're programmed to be entitled little princesses that don't handle rejection well, don't handle accountability, lack self-discipline, can't control their mouths, just entitled and just unlikable, to be honest. A lot of us were not raised to be good people. Why? Because when you're a woman, basically a lot of times you're raised to believe that just your existence is enough, and it's not. Men are people too, just like...
She hit the nail on the head. They are raised to believe that their existence is enough. How many times have you heard women on social media say things like, when you ask them, what do you bring to the table? How many times have you heard them say, I am the table? I just exist. How many times have you asked them, what do you bring to the table? And they say like this coochie or inspiration. Basically themselves. They have nothing to offer you, gentlemen. They have nothing to bring to the relationship, which is the table. All they believe is that they simply have to exist, and that should be enough. So shut the hell up, man. That's what they think. And it's so terrible, man. They're so delusional. They loony. They don't understand that their stuff don't make any sense. You get what I'm saying? It's like you trying to apply for a job, and the job asks you, what are your qualifications? In other words, what can you bring to my business? And they say, I'm just gonna show up. Well, can you work the register? I'm just gonna stand behind it. Okay, can you answer the phones and deal with the customers through customer service? I'm just gonna let it rain, but I'm gonna look at it. Come on, man. That's the same thing when a woman says, I have nothing to bring to the table but myself. Let's go.
To be honest, a lot of us were not raised to be good people. Why? Because when you're a woman, basically a lot of times you're raised to believe that just your existence is enough, and it's not. Men are people too, just like we are. Y'all claim equality, so if we're all if we're all equal, then guess what? Man is your equal, right? That means he's a person. That means you should be good to him. This means you should be nice to him and pleasant. Actually listen to him when he has feedback. Y'all work on each other together. Y'all give each other constructive criticism to where you can grow, not you just being so caught up in your ways and your entitlement that you are above reproach. You are above any type of accountability. Aren't you tired? Aren't you tired? I got tired. I got very tired. And my case, in my opinion, was not as bad as most. I've always been an aware person. I just had a lot of unlearning to do just because of the upbringing that comes with being a woman.
I like what she said, the unlearning, because a lot of these black women, our black daughters, are learning the wrong things. This is why you have women that say, no romance without finance. They have been taught that. When they teach them things like break a man for his pockets if he don't make an X amount of money, and all this other stuff they say about us. They've been taught that. She had to unlearn that trash. A lot of our women need to unlearn what they've been taught that came about through feminism, through being independent baddies. They have to unlearn it. They've been programmed, like you said, from birth. They've been programmed since they was an infant, how to be disrespectful to a man, how to not want a black man, how to put a man down, how to use a man, how to manipulate a man, how to abuse a man, how to run and play mind games with a man. They've been taught all these. This is a evil feminist skill set. It's a skill set. It's skill. It's knowledge in that. And they learn these things from their no good for nothing mamas too, from their no good for nothing siblings, which were most likely girls, from their no good for nothing peers who they run with. They learn. This is all learned behavior, man, and they have to unlearn it. They've been programmed.
And I'm still work in progress. I'm a forever student. But I just want more people to get tired. I want women to want to do better, because we all claim we want a good man. We all claim that we want to be treated well, but we're not acting like it, and we're not doing the self-worth that it takes to do it en masse. Some of us are, but not enough of us are, and we need to change that.
Yeah, baby. I like what she said. She said a mouthful, and she was 100% correct. These women have been programmed. Think about it. Indoctrinated to hate men, indoctrinated to abuse men, indoctrinated to manipulate and cheat on men, indoctrinated to step over a man, indoctrinated to try to usurp the authority of a man, indoctrinated to believe that they are better than a man, indoctrinated to believe that they are equal to a man, but not indoctrinated to be feminine, not indoctrinated to be pleasant to be around. They have not received any type of indoctrination to where they know how to cook, not indoctrinated to clean, not indoctrinated to be good wives and be good mothers, not indoctrinated to be good nurturers, not indoctrinated to not be disrespectful. You see where I'm going with this stuff right here? They've been programmed, and they have to unlearn the programming. Now, you let me know what you think about this topic, baby boy, baby girls. You know, I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. Y'all take it easy now. You hear?